Hey guys. All right. So today we are going to talk for a minute about Pinterest partners. So one of the things that's really cool is Pinterest has put this list together of different platforms that they have kind of approved. This is their preferred list of platforms that you can use that will integrate with Pinterest to do various things. So the main way that I like to use this is for trying to figure out like scheduling tools. That's a big one. That's always a big topic. So this is a great place to go and see if the scheduling tool that you're considering paying for or using is listed as one of their preferred partners. If it is, great. You're pretty much golden, right? There is a lot of talk in the industry about the native Pinterest scheduler. Like, is that better than using some of these other platforms? And although there definitely is a big belief that going through the Pinterest native scheduler, meaning you are going on to Pinterest and that is where you're scheduling your pins, that is better, that Pinterest likes that more, and that, you kind of will get more rewards that way in the way of, impressions and that kind of thing. Who knows if that's really true, right? Like so many different things in blogging. I mean, Pinterest doesn't give us the details of exactly how they work all that out. So we don't know for sure. But I would say that if it helps you and it helps your process and it helps you be more consistent pinning regularly, which I think is the most crucial factor in your Pinterest success, then if it helps you to do that by using one of these tools, then use one of the tools. But if you're going to use a tool, let's make sure that they are one of the ones on kind of the approved Pinterest list. Because I do know that back in the day, there were some other scheduling tools out there, and I'm talking several years ago. I don't even remember what they were called. Like, that's how long ago it was. And I didn't personally use them, but there were some different scheduling tools that had come out and people were jumping on the bandwagon using them. And some of them got got their accounts locked, or they got labeled as spam or whatever. And I am super conservative when it comes to that. Like, I am always terrified that my account is going to get flagged as spam by Pinterest. That is the last thing I want. I want to be able to use Pinterest all the time for my business. So I am admittedly conservative on that front. So if I'm going to use a scheduling tool, I'm going to come here first. I'm going to make sure that whatever scheduling tool I'm thinking about is on this list. So here is how you do it, and here's where you find it. You can literally just Google Pinterest partners and you will find this page. So it's the business.pinterest.com/Pinterest-business-partners. Okay. And you have to have an account to get into this, to log in and see all the information, I think. All right. So we're just going to scroll down, and then it automatically changes colors, which is kind of weird. And then down here at the bottom, they just have a bunch listed, a bunch of different platforms listed. And you could really go down a rabbit hole here. I am not going to do that right now. I'm going to look for two things in particular. So they have these little filter bys. I wish they had a search bar. That would be so helpful. So Pinterest people, if you're listening, please add a search bar here so we can search a specific platform and see if it's on the list. But they don't. So we're going to go under specialty. Excuse me. And I'm going to check for content marketing, because that's usually going to be kind of your scheduling and that kind of thing. Also, maybe creative tools, because there are some that do both. So we're going to click on creative tools and content marketing. And then we're just going to scroll down and see what we have here. All right. So there are a ton of different things in here. I don't even know what half of these are. I'm going to be honest. I have not used most of these different things, but I'm looking for a couple of specific ones. So Canva is one of them. Okay. I use Canva all the time to create my images. Pinterest says thumbs up, no problem. I also use Canva a lot in my personal, in my own business account to schedule my pins. I schedule straight from Canva for a lot of my pins, not everything, but a lot of them. Now, when I work with my Pinterest management clients, I don't do that. I actually pin all of their stuff on Pinterest, because if there is any difference between the two, I want to make sure I'm giving them the, best chances of getting the most traffic that they possibly can. But when I'm talking about my own account, frankly, I'm like, it's more about speed and efficiency and just getting it done. And so the fact that they're listed on here, that makes me happy. I'm good with that. And then another one is Later. Later is another popular scheduling tool. And so Later is another one that is, approved by Pinterest. So great. And then, of course, the big one in the industry is Tailwind. I've never personally used Tailwind. I've never found it necessary, frankly. I developed a strategy that I think works really well for me, doesn't take that much time, and I don't need Tailwind for it. So I've just never wanted to pay for it, and so I've never tried it, but it is listed here. So they are approved. So if you want to use Tailwind, great. Knock yourself out. There you go. So one of the ones I came in here specifically to look for recently was Pin Generator by AppSumo. And it's not here. It's not listed. So it is, I think, a relatively new tool. And so that might be why, like maybe after it's been around for a few years and they've had good success and Pinterest has kind of been able to vet them, they'll add them on here. But so far, they aren't added on here. So that's just kind of interesting. I know that that's a popular one right now that a lot of people are talking about. So I came to see if it was in here, and it is not. So there you go. That's just a quick overview of Pinterest partners and how you can check that just to make sure that whatever platform you use to schedule your pins, if you're not going onto Pinterest, just make sure it's an approved partner. And I think that you will be good to go. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.